Good evening, YPTC. I just wanted to get on here and talk to you about myself and let you know who I am. I'm gonna light up this beautiful Karl Frank pipe with some King Frog Martin. Got my Team Freedom keychain here from Piper Dave. Appreciate that. Excuse me while I light up this pipe. Alright, I was born in 1962. My father left before I was born. So I was raised, I had 9 older sisters and one brother that was the oldest. I'm the youngest. And I don't remember the first 3 years of my life, but on my 3rd birthday, my brother unfortunately drowned. And I've been dealing with that for my entire life, and being raised with a single mother and 9 sisters, well, you could imagine. But I wish things could have been different. And my dad was remarried and had some more children, and he passed away a couple, 3 years ago. So anyway, haven't really had anybody to teach me the ropes of life as far as the male side. Good tobacco. So yeah, I just pretty much learned to do everything on my own, I was kind of a hoodlum when I was younger and smoked and drank and all that good stuff, and didn't do very good in school. Got teased, picked on, didn't have a lot of friends, still don't have a lot of friends for that matter. That's why I'm sitting home alone at 20 to 10 at night on St. Patrick's Day Eve, which, mind you, I'm here by myself and got myself a green beer. So, yeah, I did all the things a young boy like to do. I like cars. I got my first car when I was 15, 71 Chevy Impala. And I had many cars since that one, but I learned to fix them all on my own, ask questions a lot. Uh, I was lucky enough to get a grant to go to vocational school for auto body. I did that for a few years, but they didn't seem to want to pay at the shops very well. So then I saw an ad for a small garbage company that wanted a truck painter, so I applied and I got that. That was in 1985, 86, 1986, I believe, 85, 86. And I've been in the trash industry since then, which is about 37 years. Right now I'm welding dumpsters. I did paint trucks for quite a few years, and then they closed. Well, BFI had bought the shop out that I worked, so I worked there for another 8 years, and I couldn't get off a second shift, so I went down to Mankato from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, and got a job as a container repairman, going out fixing cans. Well, I did a lot of different things. I mean, I went on road, I loaded semis, I drove the semis, to load the trucks, and ran the recycling center, and ran the transfer station, the sewer, and well, then Mankato shut the welding shop down 5.5 years ago, and I got moved to Savage, Minnesota, which is where I'm at now, and that was the best move that ever could have happened to me, although I didn't think it at the time. But in the meanwhile, I had quit smoking. Every once in a while, I'd have a cigar, pipe, and a little over a year ago, I just ran into Dry Creek Wrangler School and the Pipe Cottage on YouTube, and I got hooked. I got full blown into it. Now I got a lot of tobacco, quite a few pipes, mostly estate pipes, as I don't have a whole lot of money. I mean, I make good money, but I don't have money, if that makes sense. But that's due to a lot of other things that aren't necessarily all my fault. So yeah, I'm trying to do the best with what I have, but I tell you, I've met a lot of good people in the pipe and cigar community. I'm an introvert, but I've been able to go to a few herfs, which, if you don't know, that's where you go to a lounge, get together with a bunch of people, and smoke cigars and whatnot, which is pretty good for me. And a month ago, I was at a cigar blind taste test, which I never thought I'd be able to do that on my own, because I'm deathly afraid to do things by myself. Just the way I was brought up, picked on and teased and made fun of, and still am to this day. So anyway, I'm trying to get over the fear, and another fear is, of course, me doing what I'm doing now, talking on camera. Hope I'm not boring y'all, but the pipe community has helped me get over that too. Another thing I started doing, well, in '86, a friend of mine asked me to weld a roll cage in a race car because nobody else really felt comfortable welding it, and I knew how to weld. I was young, yeah, that sounds like fun. So I did that, and we got the car all ready and ready to go, and the guy, well, he didn't want to drive it, so he asked me, Bill, you want to drive it? Oh, hell yeah. I jumped right in there. I drove it for a year, and it was the last night of racing. I totaled the thing and didn't race back until the 90s, and never thought I'd win anything, but I ended up winning 10 features and several heat races, and almost I missed winning a championship by 10 points. And back in 2012, I sold everything, retired from racing. There was just hobby cars and outlaw hobbies that I race. And I still wanted to be involved in it. And there's a guy in Forest Lake, Minnesota that would always take pictures of me at the tracks, and he had a website called Minnesota Dirt Track Racing, which is no longer a website. And I thought his pictures were pretty good, and I liked that he'd always take pictures of me and come and see me in the pits when he was down there. So I bought a cheap, not a cheap at the time, but it was like $600 camera from Target, and taught myself how to take pictures, and found out that there wasn't many people willing to help me do it. Seems like it's a big secret, but I figured it out. Asked a lot of questions from people. I asked Stan Meisner, the guy from Minnesota Dirt Track Racing. He helped me out a lot, and so I got pretty good, and I ended up being a track photographer for almost 5 years. And I've taken pictures for the World Outlaws late models and sprint cars. I've taken pictures in Nebraska, in Arizona, Iowa, South Dakota, Minnesota, all over the place. I enjoyed doing it all the last couple of years. I haven't been doing it, just some things that put a sour taste in my mouth, and with the whole photography deal, a lot of jealousy stuff and bickering and drama, and just wasn't fun anymore. But this year, me and my son are going to be track photographers at Redwood Speedway, so I'm getting into looking forward to that. Be nice if I had better camera equipment, but I'll do with what I do. What I have now is a 5D Mark IV, which is not bad. Someday I want to get a mirrorless camera. But anyways, that's about it. I'm married, although it's not great, pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, I got 2 great kids. My son still lives here. My daughter lives in town. She's married. Gave me a wonderful grandson named August William. And that's about it. I just am glad I found the YPTC right here. YPTC and Team Freedom. And I hope you just learned a little bit about myself. I know I'd like to learn more about you guys, and hopefully get to be some friends with some of you, and maybe meet up at a pipe show one day if God is willing to do that. So with that, I wish you a good night. God bless y'all. Thank you for welcoming in me to the community. And last but not least, be kind, be humble, and love yourself most importantly. Thank you. Bye.